All right, so let's take a break from learning for a little bit. Let's go away from order of sharps and flats and minor seventh and major seventh scales and all these things. Let's just focus on the whole process of learning. Like what is learning to you? And I'm just going to talk a little bit about what it is to me, and maybe that can help you in seeing how a person learns to improvise and solo with all these scales and chords that I've been teaching you. So when I think of learning, I think of not school, which is kind of funny. I think of it in terms of more experience, more like self-education, and more learning from people like what you're doing right now. Just learning from people who know how to do the thing that you want to do, and then you just learn from them, and then you start doing it. And I think that's really the best method of learning, and that's what I try to get across here. So what I like to talk about is how when you're playing improvisation and when you're playing all this jazz stuff and you have to perform or something, then when you actually go and perform, what ends up happening is that you don't even think about it anymore. Like all that crap that you learn, all this knowledge that you're getting right now about scales and order of sharps and flats, that's all like part of like the conscious, like you could say like the conscious learning. You're having to go and get this information, get this huge bundle of information, and then kind of like understand it, like just bring it into your playing. But when you actually go out and play, or when you're actually just going to sit down at a piano, I want you to be able to forget all of that. Like when I sit down and I play improvise for people, I just sit down like that. I had no idea I was going to do that. Sounds very beautiful though. Oops. So there, I don't really have to think about it. I don't really have anything going on through my mind. I'm just kind of in the moment, consciously, not even, I'm just in the moment. I'm really just allowing everything that I've learned up until this point to take control. It's like when you're performing, you want to allow your, I'm going to get more into like psychology, I guess, but just allow your unconscious mind, or just like the part that's not really thinking about anything, take over for you. That's the main goal, I think, of most skills. Like you talk about tennis playing, you talk about just going out and meeting people, being social. Like you don't have to think about it. You don't have to critically like plan out everything and how it's going to go. And that's a lot about what improvisation is to me, is being free in the moment to do anything. Just complete freedom to sit down at a piano and play whatever you want, whatever comes to mind, whatever feels good, whatever is fun. And like I didn't even, man, we played that chord. But that's really what improvisation's about. And so when you're going through these lessons, I want you to take in this information and digest it. Understand the order sharps and flats, understand all the chords that you can play, the 2, 3, 5, 7s, the scales. But then you got to forget all that crap. And it's funny, I'm calling my own stuff that I taught you crap. But just forget all of it. Just forget all of it and just play. And just have fun. And that's really what everything I teach, what I want everything I teach to be about, is just, I'll teach you stuff, but then you forget about it and have fun. Maybe I should change the motto of the website to that: forget about it and have fun. or learn, forget about it, and have fun. But it just allows you to trust your intuition rather than having to consciously like worry about whether you're playing the right scale or not. And this can go into so many different parts of your life as well. And it's really helped me in my own life. Like jazz piano playing and improvisation has taught me to stop thinking so much about like approval of other people or just what other people are thinking about and about me, and just do what I want to do, play what I want to play, and do it in the moment too. Don't plan it out, because I'm such a planner, and some of you may relate to that. But you just try to plan out everything, and it doesn't go according to plan, and then you get really bummed out because it didn't go according to plan, and then you wonder why you're like why you're so bad at planning things. Like that's kind of the general process that goes when you make expectations for yourself on how it's supposed to be. So, I talk about this with piano playing, and it sounds like very like philosophical and stuff, but it's a real core aspect of your piano playing. And I want you to approach the piano not from a point of it has to be a certain way, or actually that's the last way I want you to approach the piano. I want this to be a place of freedom for you, where you never have to be a certain way. You can play whatever you want, and do whatever you want, and you don't have to plan. You can just allow your own unconscious or your intuitive faculties to play it for you in a way, because you've practiced it so many times. You know exactly when I'm on this D minor 7th chord, I can play in all white keys. You know it so well that you don't even think about it. It's not even a concept anymore. It's just something that you do. And that's like when I'd like you to watch just a really good jazz pianist. Just watch them and tell me if they're thinking. Are they thinking about what chords they're playing when they're playing? Like, it almost never looks like that. Like, you'll never see a really good jazz pianist or a person who's improvising, or even just someone who's really good at what they do. They'll never be thinking about it. It'll just be in the moment. It'll just be happening automatically for them. And so that's what you should really be going for if you want to play with that natural just. See, that right there, that was completely like, I didn't think about that, but I just kind of grabbed onto it once it came into my playing. So that's kind of a line, right? But because you don't make plans while you're doing this, you allow yourself to become surprised at what's going to happen. So if I don't know what I'm going to play, then everything is a surprise. Like that note right there, it didn't sound that good. Not like on this chord, it sounded kind of dissonant. But I just took it as it was and just kind of went with it. Right there, this is just coming out really naturally for me. Like, and if you can get to that point of just allowing the music to come out of you rather than trying to analyze it or trying to perform it in a certain way, then everything just gets easier. Everything feels relaxed, it feels playful, and that can go, not only for piano, but for all other parts of your life too. I think, if you apply that to relationships, apply that to any types of learning, skills that you want to do, hobbies, it always comes back to that. Just learn it. Learn the stuff you need to learn, but then forget it all. And allow yourself to be free, to be surprised at what can happen, rather than expecting something to happen a certain way.